Alright, we're going to replace shift solenoid A and B in a Toyota A541E transmission. So we got our 10mm bolts in our transmission pan. We're doing this from underneath the car. We don't have a lift, so we're just going to go ahead and we pulled out most of the bolts already. There's 17 bolts in the pan. We drained the oil already. We're going to save it and put it back in after we strain it. Car's got quite a bit of miles on it, so we don't want to put new tranny fluid in it if we can help it. We don't know who changed it and when. So to avoid any clutch slippage and all that, we're gonna strain the fluid and put it back. Anyway, so we'll to the next clip in a minute. Alright, I'm gonna pry our pan off gently. You can see we bought a $5 Walmart kid swimming pool to do the job. I suggest invest in that $5. Makes a good catch pan, catch all your crap. Let's see if we can get this thing loose. Wow, looks like somebody plastered this sucker on there, or it's factory. Anyway, the reason for changing this shift solenoid is we keep pulling up a code for the shift solenoid A. I guess that's the solenoid between first and second gear. Seems like that solenoid's getting stuck early in the morning when you first start the car, and intermediately when it gets hot. Doesn't usually happen when you're driving normally. Usually happens upon ignition, startup. It did happen one time at a red light while the car was previously running. Alright, got a seal brake here. Alright, I'm sure not everybody wants to see a pan drop, but hey, look, that's a nice gasket. Good shape. We'll make sure it's cleaned up and see if we can scrape it off and put a new one, or check it out, see if it can be reused. Who knows? Alright, so we got, now remember, we're amateurs. We've never really done this before. I've put shift kits and other trannies and stuff from under the car, but I've heard Toyota transmissions are a pain in the ass, so we'll see. These little Japanese suckers are as much as they say. So we got 3 bolts for the pan, looks like this one, and you got some kind of clip here. Imagine this is a clip for one of your solenoids that's deep in the transmission. Well, let's say deep in there. It's probably, from what I read, it's under the valve body here, which means we got to remove the damn valve body, which is a pain in the ass. We don't have to take it apart, we have to remove it. From what I understand, this valve body's in like 3 or 4 different stages, so you guys want to be careful. Looks like our filter bolts are all the same length so far. I'm holding them funny, but they're the same length so far. Alright, there's our last bolt. Our filter. That's our filter. We're going to take our filter and all that. I'm going to put it in the transmission pan here, because I'm putting this shit right back on. Where's our pipe shroud bolts? How many we got? 2?
Yeah.
Looks like 2, right?
It's just 2 holding it on. Covers up all the pipes.
Alright.
That's what they call them in the Toyota service manual.
Alright.
I think it was 2 bolts and maybe a clip on the ends.
Well, let's find down here. This is called the pipe shroud, right?
Yeah. Shroud, bracket, whatever you want to call it. They might have called it a bracket.
Alright. Let's see if our bolts are the same length. Yeah. It's the worst part about a transmission is having the same length bolts. Not having the same length bolts. Something's holding this on. Oh, 3.
Ah, okay.
It's like 1 here.
A 3rd one, got it.
Alright.
So it's 3 for both the filter and that.
Yeah, this one's hidden from the camera. Yeah. These are all 10 mil, by the way. No, they got some 8 mils in here. I don't think you remove those. I think that's when you start separating valve bodies. Inner, outer, lower,
Cover
upper.
A and B and all that, yeah.
Is that what it said, the manual?
Yep.
Hey, look at this shit that's in here. It's clutch material. And there's a scrape mark right here, which is weird. It looks like the shape of a magnet, sort of. Wonder if somebody's been in here. I wonder if a professional Toyota serviceman's been in here.
There's our pipe.
Alright, look, I'm going to put this shroud separate.
Yes.
Give me a piece of cardboard to set it on. Cut the video.
Alright.
Alright, so it looks like all in all, so far, you lose about, what's that, about a half quart of fluid?
I'd say about a quart.
A quart, maybe half quart, 3/4 of a quart, who knows? Something in that area. So that's what you, so far, you save your driveway from, or your workspace. Now, I gotta remove that because I gotta get underneath here, so. Alright.
So what they call the spring detent.
The spring detent, what's this? Park, reverse, neutral, hold down, or whatever?
It's manual. It's part of the manual valve body.
Yeah, that's the park, reverse, neutral.
2 bolts. Hold it on.
2 10 mils?
Yes.
Alright.
They look like 10 mils. Yep, they are.
I noted the position of that.
Yes, it's facing towards the driver's side.
Looks like we're getting some more fluid out of there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
We're going deeper into the transmission. Looks like we're getting more fluid. Thank goodness for a creeper. I recommend a creeper for this job, fellas. We got one longer bolt.
What is it? Where's the longer bolt position?
Back.
The passenger?
Yeah, towards the passenger side of the car, engine side, whatever you want to, engine side of the car.
Whatever it is.
Alright, so I'm going to keep this together. I'm not taking this shit apart. Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to leave it. Put that in a box just like that. Kill a video from that.
Alright.
Keep that together in a box. Next up, we got to remove something called the manual valve body, according to the service manual, which would be 5 bolts. 1, 2, 3, facing the front of the car, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should remove the manual valve body.
The only thing to watch out for is a manual valve may actually separate from the body, so just take it out.
We'll find out, huh?
Yeah.
How about we just leave it loose first? Boy, this is about the only thing a Ryobi is good for, huh?
Yeah. Yep, there goes some more fluid.
Alright, well that one came all the way out. Okay, so it's obvious that these bolts are different size lengths. Let me see real quick. Is there something here in the manual valve body? Okay, no, it's
not.
It's loose. It's not spring loaded. Alright, cool.
Okay, so what are the sizes of the bolts, the lengths?
I guess I'm gonna put a transmission man out of a job if this actually works, huh?
Maybe you'll save everybody about $1,200.
I'll be honest with you, they make too much fucking money anyway. The shops offer transmissions.
Okay, there comes
$3,000 and $4,000 a rebuild. I mean, come on, really?
So which ones were the longest ones? Ones in the front?
I'm not taking them out. I only got one out. I'm holding the other 2 in with my fingers. I'm going to pull this thing out together in one piece.
I get it.
Yeah, get it, because this will be a pain in the ass.
Trying to figure out which bolt go where.
Yes, you don't want to do that because you want to put a short bolt in a place where a long bolt belongs, and then you think it lines up, but it doesn't, and then you wind up stripping the damn thing out because you don't have enough threads holding it together. And remember, all these things probably have a paper thin gasket on them. I would guess that you probably want to try to preserve that gasket if you can. Unless you're anal and you want to replace everything, then go ahead. You see right here?
Yes.
This manual valve body plunger. There's a pin right here on the selector. This manual valve body plunger sits in that pin. So remember that when you put it back together, and then your bolts, after you get it in that pin, you put your bolts back in right here and here and here. One here and then back here, and then then that retainer goes back on like the reversal or whatever. Okay, but here's the problem. Toyota says, service manual says this manual valve body is supposed to come out next, but they're mistaken on my model, apparently, because it can't be removed past this pipe and this. It's wedged in here, and I've tried to move it in different positions, and I can't get it out. So why am I not removing this pipe first, and they say remove this pipe later? That makes no sense to me, because I can't get this out. So is the service manual wrong, or did somebody put this pipe in bent over a little bit? Should I try to bend this pipe over?
I wouldn't try.
Or should I remove the pipe first and then the manual valve body?
I would remove the pipe first and the manual, just to prevent damage to it.
Well, then the damn service manual needs to update itself. Toyota ain't with the shit.
Maybe. This is a 94 Camry, the first generation of these transmissions.
I don't care. It should be the same transmission. If it's an A40...
Yeah, it is the same.
A541E. It's an A40. An A541E?
Yes.
An A541 is one with all the electronic solenoids. An A540 is the only thing you can find on the internet. Are they still using the A541E in cars today?
I don't think so. I think they updated it with the engine.
Alright, well, I know they use them for a number of years.
They have, for different vehicles.
Alright. Lexus is a big user of this transmission, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so which bolt comes out according to the half-ass service manual for this pipe? One right here?
One pipe, yes, right there. One bolt on that pipe, yes. The bolt, as in singular.
Right. Alright, give me that back. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I see. It's welded to the pipe. Alright, I see this bolt. Let's leave this bolt separate. We're going to put all our bolts with the pipe. Give me that screwdriver. They said pry it out with a screwdriver.
That's what they said, yes.
Wait, hold on. I can almost remove this with my hand. Damage anything if I can remove it by hand.
They said to pry out both ends with screwdrivers.
Yeah, well, mine's not in that hard. Let's see.
Maybe there was a person that was here in the past.
Nah. That's just for people with... Alright, see, now the valve body, the lower manual valve body came out just fine after the pipe was removed.
Got it.
So, alright, here's the bolt for the pipe. Save that separate.
That'd be a note for anyone who wants to take that out and they come. They get stumped on that
stupid
step.
Service manual. Okay, so I separated the bolts. How did I do it? I stuck.
One of the shorter ones was out in the front, towards the front of the vehicle.
Yeah,
correct?
I know. I took this long one here. I stuck it in the back here. Let's see how it goes through. You can tell like this right now. Looks a little bit shorter, but it could be just like that because it's just like that. Okay. I think I had it set up this way. Okay. But anyway, these three bolts. And that one should remain just as long as that one. Okay. 3 bolts were in it before, and then there were 2 here. Remember that?
Yeah, in the cores.
Right. And so this bolt was longer, so that went there. And this bolt was shorter, because there's a shorter relief here. And then we have no more bolts here on our nightgown.
Only 5.
So we had 5 holding it in, and these were for the retainer. For that retainer.
That pin to 10 thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So set this on our cardboard just like that. And then, I don't want any sand in this shit. No grit of nothing here. Set this one on our cardboard. You ever seen transmission fluid on a 500 watt halogen?
Nope.
You want to see a fire? Spill some fluid on that light and see what happens on that painter's light. Anyway.
You think I'm not handling it?
Alright, cut video. Alright, next step looks like an asshole. We got to remove these pipes, as we call them pipes, whatever, tubing.
Oil pipes is what they call them.
Well, it's tubing to me, okay? So, we got to remove these pipes. Apparently, we have to remove these pipes. It's 6 of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And there's a 6th one over here.
Wait, where? Right here?
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I already removed the pipe around this side, so that's 7 pipes total.
There is an extra step for this particular one right here. They call it B3.
B3 pipe?
Yeah.
B3 tubing. Alright, so I'm supposed to pry on this and remove it, which I was a little apprehensive about.
I do see a bolt up here, but no, that's for the valve.
There's a lot of bolts.
It's all for the valve.
Okay, the pipe does remove. Now, I'd imagine if you bend this shit, it'll never freaking fit right again, ever. Like, if you just bend it a little bit, you can forget it.
Oh, sheesh. Okay, so we gotta remember where they go.
Yeah, okay, so that one went like that, right?
We always got the video if we need to remember where they go.
Yeah, that's right, but look, okay, so I'm gonna set it down like that, and I'm gonna put them in a line from taking out, boom, 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 all the way.
Driver to passenger, okay.
We're driver to passenger. Okay, because once we go inside, take a break, and brain clears from this shit, we're just gonna be here like a puzzle trying to figure this out. Okay. Long end facing back. Next pipe removal. For people who do this shit all day, I'm sure it's like, yeah, whatever. Throw the shit in the box, I know where it goes. But, you know.
We're doing it under a car here.
Yeah, without a lift. Alright, in a driveway. Alright, pipe. Next pipe. Alright, next pipe. Looks like we can just use a regular old Craftsman screwdriver. Not too bad. Okay, next pipe. How come there's no O-rings on this shit?
I actually have no idea. There's a Japanese video on YouTube of them.
I guess there's enough pressure running through here that they don't mind if it leaks a little bit.
And then little Japanese people just freaking pull them out with 2 screwdrivers like it was nothing.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
But we're using 1.
Except we're narrating in English.
Okay. Oh yeah, that one's silent. Silent video.
Silent, and it's a speed up process.
Okay. Next up, what's up?
Okay, so next up is supposed to be that other special pipe. That B3 pipe.
Wait, the B3 pipe comes off next, or the whole valve body?
No, not the whole valve body yet. Actually, what happens is we disconnect the solenoid connectors.
Which ones?
Connectors, though.
I see 3 connectors. How many did they say disconnect?
There are 2 of them. There are 2 plugs that go to one central plug at the front here.
Okay, I don't get it. I see 3 plugs here. 1, 2, and there's 1 over here. What's that? That stays?
No, pull off. It says remove the whole connectors, all of them.
Does it say how many connectors specifically?
Nope, it just shows a picture of them.
How many of them?
That one going all the way to the back. All 3 of those.
It says remove all 3. The picture shows 3?
Yeah, it's a whole harness connector.
Okay, so y'all, I don't think these plugs can be mixed up. So remove this from the harness and disconnect it?
Yep.
Okay, it's a good time to check your plug, I guess, huh?
Heck yeah.
Alright, and what's next? This one?
That last one, yes. Remove connectors, that's all it says. Alright. I guess you should leave the wiring up in there.
Oh, look at that. That was nice, huh? Broken clip.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll just, oh, I know what I'll do.
Hard wiring.
No, I'll stick a zip tie on it. Yeah, that'll melt down in tranny fluid. Alright, we'll find something to make that stick. I don't think that's shift solenoid anyway. I think that's like overdrive. Alright, next. Okay, so I just removed this goofy little clip right here. It just kind of sits in there like that. Presses up against this pipe and holds the pipe in. They call it a B3 something.
B3 apply pipe, some stuff like that.
Okay, so I remove the bolt to that. I'm gonna leave it in there. I know where it goes, and then I'm supposed to remove this pipe, right?
Yeah.
So here's the other plug wire for the solenoid. I'm gonna move that out of the way.
You pry up the pipe with the screwdriver and remove it.
All right, so I guess I'll have to pry that one out. I'm gonna put this B3 retainer and screw with this pipe.
That particular one, yeah.
So
don't mix up anything.
So what's that mean? 2 pipes are held on by screws?
Yes.
And the rest pry out?
One by the manual valve body and this one here. The other ones are just crap. They just put it in there.
Okay, this is a shaky, shaky loose. That's how this comes out. Shaky, shaky loose. Alright.
There you go.
This long piece of shit. Alright.
Long.
Alright, now I'm going to put that pipe separate this way. With the screw with it. Bolt and retainer and whatever they call it.
Alright, so
to sound professional.
After that pipe
What's
is
up?
removed, we remove the 9 bolts that hold down the valve body.
Oh God. Where's the 9 at? Are they 10 mil?
I think so.
Because there's 8 mils all over the place.
Yeah, I think they're the 10 millimeters.
Okay, which ones?
Alright, I'll mark them out to you real quick.
Alright, here's the fun part. Looks like we got to remove 9 bolts to get this valve body out. This whole valve body comes out this section here. Okay? It comes out in one piece. Now, these little 8mm bolts, I think you leave those alone. You don't touch them. You got this piece for the pipes where they were hooked up. I think this is a whole separate apparatus section of the tranny. This is the central part of the valve body. So I think you want to clear this line out of this terminal out of the way. And you want to keep these terminals to the side when you remove this.
They're all held in by 9 10mm bolts.
Right, and so we figured out most of them started in a U shape toward the bell housing of the transmission.
Just the passenger.
Everybody knows the engine side. Okay, so we're gonna assume that it's this 10, that 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that clip stays on 7, and then
there's 8 on that block.
Where's the
this
8? Sucker right here, 8. That's number 8.
And then there's 9 right there. I think we missed it on the corner.
Where?
The other side.
Did I miss it?
Way over there.
Hold on, let's try again. 1, 2, 3.
3 right there. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I missed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 9th one is right here, hidden up on the block. And then the valve body should down. So let's.
While we do that, we gotta get the throttle cable disconnected.
Yeah, well, first I want to establish the length of these frickin' bolts. I'm gonna assume that most of these are the same size, but I won't know that until they come out. All right, let's check this one.
Same size.
Yeah, well, these two are. How do we know what the others two? All right, I'm gonna set these down because that's engine side. Engine side, same size. All right, 1, 2, 3, the same size. Check this one.
Different.
Different. Just a freaking
little
bit longer. See, I'm telling you, dude. And that one goes right there.
That was to the front of the car. Got it.
So that one's longer. All right. Fucking assholes. Why do they gotta do this little fucking shit? All right. Let's see if these two are the same. Because if these two are the same. Okay, these next two are a different length. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, same length. 1, 2, different length, longer. And then we got to go to this one. So let's see what that one is. Fuck, I hate when that happens. Putting all those shavings in my transmission. Alright, that's a shorty. That's fine. I know where that one goes. I mean, it's self-explanatory, yeah. Alright. This one?
Yes. 10mm.
Alright. Alright.
Starting to leak trend.
I don't know if it's long or not, but he's going on a totally different section. And then, in order as they came out. And then what? This one right here.
Corner one, yep. There you go.
It's fucking valve body and a lot of fucking fluid, and the valve body has a little bit of weight to it. Just to let you know.
Let me hold it up for you.
From the underside of the car.
Alright, here we go.
Here's that fucking cable right here. Here's that fucking cable they were talking about. It's like a fucking dirt bike cable. Here. Alright. You disconnect this cable just by the old handbrake cable where you pull it to its open slot like this. And you just turn it sideways. If it sounds that easy, it ain't. Wow. Wow, man, this is crazy. Okay, so we got the valve body down. It's in my hand right here. So it came out like this. Like I told you, it was like a little dirt bike throttle cable right here, right? A little cable went in sideways right here. Is that the side it came out of? Yeah. Little cable went in sideways. Alright, so watch out for your gaskets, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, whatever. We got the new solenoids here. They come with a different style bracket. They call this an upgraded bracket, something like that. The solenoids come together. What is a shift A and B?
Yeah, solenoid number 1 and 2.
Okay.
Or A and B, whatever you want to call it.
A and B, 1 and 2. This shifts between first and second and third?
Yes.
And downshift?
And downshifts, yes.
Okay.
The other one is the lockup right there.
This one's a lockup?
Yes. Number 1 and 2 are next to each other.
What the hell is that one?
That isn't any solenoid.
It's a what?
That is no solenoid.
Oh,
it's
got a plug.
Part that's completely different.
Alright. Well, nevertheless, this is what we're here to change.
The only thing it says is do not pry up with a screwdriver. Don't know why. Probably did not damage the gaskets.
Okay. So, gaskets are important because unless you're going to start replacing all the gaskets on this transmission, pretty important. These bolts look all the same size. Yes, you got 3 bolts here, they're all the same size. These solenoids you probably wiggle out. This one turns sideways. It's got an O-ring in it, I know that.
It does, yeah. Remove O-ring from each solenoid after you remove it, that's what it says.
Yeah, you want to make sure your O-ring is removed, I'm sure. Okay. That's 1.
Good.
And then, okay, so we got the white one towards this big solenoid here, and the red one towards this back.
Got it for the plugs, okay. White one, what's there?
It's not just for the plugs.
Make sure we got the right solenoids.
Alright, I don't know if that makes a difference, but I'm pretty sure it does.
Computer sends signals, so it would. It does matter very much.
Okay, so we got both O-rings on the Densos. And what do we got here? Got 2 solenoids.
Cheapos.
Yeah, well, why is the white on one side? Did I say the white was in the front?
Yes, you did.
And why are they putting the white in the back with the wire running down the same way?
Don't know.
Should we do it that way?
I don't think so, because the computer
Should we do it
is
like
inside
that?
the car.
Oh, look, that makes sense. The wires together. Stupid me.
Just the way it goes.
Okay, so
they got O-rings on them? Yes.
Yeah, let's put a little... Yeah, they got O-rings. Let's put a little tranny on the O-rings. Slip them in there, little notches. Alright, that feels good. That feels good. I didn't feel a snap though. That didn't go all the way down.
Yeah, looks like it's still wobbling. Yep, there you go.
Alright, that's snapped down.
So what about that ground wire?
I have no idea. You know what?
Why the hell did they include a ground wire or something that didn't need it?
It does need it. Let's just assume that it needs it. Let's be smart asses and let's turn around and ground it over here. How about that? Unless something goes there. Here's the bracket they give you. Alright? Right on. That looks nice and wobbly and shit. Like it's really going to hold on. Alright. So where do you think this ground wire goes? Maybe over here, you think?
Maybe it's supposed to ground on itself through the bolts when the bolts tighten it down. Maybe.
Ground on itself?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Route the wire around to where the bolt goes down.
Remember, this valve body has to fit back up into the transmission, yes, so we can't have any pinched wires. So let's assume that we can't have any access sticking out. This does route down right here, doesn't it?
wheel route in the middle, looks like.
And it doesn't look like anything is going to get in the way right here, does it?
No, it doesn't. And nothing did when we first looked at it with the other two solenoids in it.
How about if we stick that down in the middle there and ground this funky wire in the middle on the top like this. So it looks like you got space in between these solenoids here to do some grounding. Let's shove that ground wire through there like that. Come up over the top. How about that?
Yeah.
That seems satisfactory to you?
Yes, as long as it doesn't get stuck when we put the valve body back in.
Well, no, you see there's a gasket down below there, that cracked gasket, that I'm actually stupidly not going to replace. That's right here. Ought to give me some tranny resistant gasket sealant. How stupid would that be to put that on the valve body?
Probably pretty stupid, especially if it breaks off. Starts flowing through the tranny.
Yeah, some of this actually is flowing through the tranny because I found a piece of gasket inside the tranny from somebody else.
Oh, that's just great.
I'm going to pull it out from under the car. I'm going to show the camera. Pulling it out. Alright. Alright, shift solenoid A and B. 1 and 2. In. Let me set this stupid thing to 1 so I don't crack anything. Oh, that's nice.
A weak impact.
Should be roundabout's the appropriate torque since these are fine thread bolts. Okay, is that going to stay out of the way, you think, for whatever it's going to make contact with here?
I think they will. Yes.
Where does this actually make contact?
Maybe the pipe goes out from underneath and flows through those holes. Think about it.
Then why is there a gasket there? Is that like left? No, something crimps there. I see the mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever's up there.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll see if I got any space. But anyway, our wires for our other ones were like this before. And they were routed down like this, kind of down. So we'll check it out and we'll see.
Alright.
Alright, so what we got here, let me see that camera. Focus up here. Alright, here we go. Alright. See if I can hold this steady. What we got here is a pretty clean transmission. Gutted, no valve body. I mean gutted of the valve body. What's in here is probably, I don't know. But anyway, here's your pin. Everybody says test the pins coming in. There's the color code of the wires coming in. Let's see, red and all that comes over here to that solenoid. There's our black and white wire, our yellow wire. That's for testing shift A solenoid. When you go to ohm out your solenoids to see if you got resistance or whatnot. But anyway, I want to show you like this piece of gasket that's in here. I saw. I don't know what that's from, but it's just sitting right in there in that little bag. I got it out just now. I have no idea.
See right there?
Yeah, I saw that when I first pulled the valve body down. Now I know that there's no check balls in here. The check balls are actually plastic in this transmission, like a little plastic. They're not steel. And they are in between the valve body, which is a nightmare, I think. But this is the main where the valve body bolts to the tranny. So looks like we have a cracked gasket on the other valve body. I mean on the valve body side. That's between these ports right here. So I'm taking it that these ports probably go to maybe some of these lines that plug into the valve body. And that's kind of scary. So I'm going to see what I can do. Because I can't just go get a gasket tonight for this thing. Let's see what I can do to check it out. I've put shift kits in with gaskets that were kind of cracked, but only a little bit, but never in half like that. So we'll see. I'll make a decision on it later, and then we'll get back to the video. Anyway, let's see, where does our shift solenoid set up at? Okay. There you go.
Hey, yo.
Alright, so here's my cracked gasket right here. Right there is my little fracture. Okay? Now I can see that this actually smashes against the top of the tranny. It makes a seal. And I know I'm going to get a lot of bitching from some of you guys, especially you tranny builders. But I shouldn't, because some of you tranny builders say that you changed all kinds of shit. And I've been a victim of it. Where you say, yeah, we replaced the torque converter. I go underneath there and pull the inspection plate, and guess what I got? A freshly spray painted torque converter that I can scratch the paint off as soon as you give it to me out of the shop. Paint ain't even dry yet. So don't give me any crap for what I'm about to do. Okay, I just dabbed carburetor cleaner on there to get some of the tranny fluid away. I'm about to take some ATF resistant. Bastard. ATF resistant gray. I'm not going to put enough on there to actually make a damn bit of difference when it comes to getting stuck in a tranny. You bastard. Okay, so this stuff's supposed to be ATF resistant. So far, it looks like it's sticking right through the ATF, which is pretty cool. This is Ultimate Gray JB Weld brand. It's not JB Weld. Okay, I'm not JB Weld.
Not dealing with a radiator here.
Yeah, I'm not rigging a radiator here, so. Okay, I'm trying to repair my gasket so I don't have to wait a couple of weeks to get this shit in the mail. Alright. Okay, obviously I can tell one of these is a bolt hole, which is that one. So this is going to get smashed down pretty good. Okay. If I get it on there before it dries. Now that's not thick enough to ooze out, clog up any pores or any holes or any ports in the tranny. Now, if we have any other cracks anywhere else that I could fix, right here on the end, I doubt this makes any damn bit of difference because it's on the very end here, but you know what? I'm going to do something about it anyway because it looks like it's leading to a major port, this square port here. Give me that ultimate grade. Alright, you can cut video until we get this thing installed. Alright, this here, hope y'all can see, it's a downshift cable right here, the one I unhooked. And it hooks down here at the bottom. Your little dirt bike cable line goes in there, and that's your downshift cable. Cable pulls and your downshift. Alright. So we can get this joker back in without messing up any gaskets here. Channel light here. Alright, Let's do this. I'm getting this shit all over my fucking boots, pants, you name it.
All right.
Okay, we're back in. I think we're back in business. Let me see if I can get some shit started here. Some freaking bolts started. This thing's crazy, man. Now remember, like your 1980s Haynes manual, Reebok wearing fools. Old white high top Reeboks. Funny looking dudes. Installation, your reversal, your removal.
Installation is the reversal of removal.
I could just leave you guys at that and shut off the damn video.
Like they do in the manual?
Pretty much tell you that bullshit.
No technique to putting the bolts in or nothing.
Alright, there we go. Fuck. Alright, the hardest part so far. Dude, you need to set me up with a 10mm nut driver. Like quick. Alright, cut the video for a minute.
Alright.
10?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. Alright. Alright, let me see if I can remember how this went.
If I remember correctly.
We had 9 bolts to put in, right? Because we took 9 out. Remember,
did.
3 were the same. I already put 2 in. This one and that short one. I knew that.
Yeah.
Now we had these three bolts that were the same, remember?
Yeah. Only that one was like a bit longer, I think. Like a thread longer, yeah, like you said.
No, not that one. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you pointed to that or not. If you did,
I think I was trying to, but...
Alright. These are the same. And then here was the other 2 that were a thread longer. They went here on the corner.
And on that clip.
And then the other one went on this clip right here. Alright, so that's, what do we got so far? I would say we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing around here yet. 7. We're missing 8 and 9. Okay, so we got 2 bolts left here. They kind of got mixed up in the jumble. I could watch my video and reverse this, or I can try to guess based on how they fit. That looks like that fits right because that recesses. Let's turn them around, see what happens. Oh, that's a bit too long, and that's way too short. So,
okay. Yeah,
we're good. So we got 9 bolts here. We have to tighten, right?
Tighten them all in sequence because we need to smash that shit.
Well, don't we have some shit in the middle to smash first?
Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I wanted to tighten the center first so we go center out so we don't bow our aluminum, but hey, let's see what we can do.
Yep.
Give me a rag. Where's that towel? Can I lay it on it? It's full of tranny fluid, by the way.
Yeah, I got it on my hands.
Yeah, alright. Let's do this. Alright. We got it on 1. Okay. Now where's our other one here? We got this one. Cable's on. We got this one. Got this one. Got this one. That one. We already got that one. Got this one. We got this one. And we got the one with the clip.
Alright, now we proceed with tightening.
Yeah, I hate to do this, but okay.
And go get you the ratchet real quick.
No, it's alright. corner. Alright.
The last one right up there, the one on that clip.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
It would be amazing if this transmission actually frickin' works when we're done, right?
Yeah.
Would it? If it actually drives down the highway, no shift solenoid A kicks in, check engine light, flashing OD light, and then you have to manually shift it at that point, but it will downshift between lockup and third.
At least.
That's crazy. If this shit works, okay.
And you know, the problem was actually getting to the point where it wouldn't shift into seconds sometimes.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, some people would blame that on the computer, but, you know, I don't know. So what was next? We have to do the reversal.
Okay, so valve body was removed. Now we install that stupid pipe.
What stupid
The pipe with the retainer bolt.
Where'd this go? Here?
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, apparently. See, that's red and white, and that's red. Yeah, that's one wire, and that's two wire. I mean, come on.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Because yeah.
So what about our pipes? Did our pipes go on first underneath all this shit?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do our pipes before we connect all this.
It was that B3 pipe.
Let's take the last one we put on off. Which was our B3? Where was that?
You put it most to the right, right?
Actually, I'm going to do something stupid. I want to put my valve body on first, right here.
Alright, valve body.
Yeah, I want to put my what do they call that?
Oh, the manual
valve body. You have a problem with that?
Nope.
Because I want to get some of this tight. Let's go.
Alright. Here you go.
Hand it to me the way that I handed it to you.
There you go. Bolts are in it.
Alright, bolts are in it. It's upside down. There's a frickin' mosquito on it. Alright.
Mosquito?
Nothing inside of it, pretty much. These bolts were the way that they came out. There's 3 of them. And went like this. This stretched out like I told you guys, and sat in the groove for the downshift. I lost that one bolt before, it's fine. And I lost that bolt, that's fine. And I lost that bolt. Okay.
But we're on video, so we can go backtrack.
Yeah, right. Don't you hate watching YouTube videos to get this shit straight? I hate watching YouTube videos just to get this shit straight. For bolt length, anyway. So we got 2 the same length. Actually, we had 3. 1, 2, 3. The 3 on the inside, like I said before, they're all the same length. And then we got our one short one, which went here. And by the way, this one was medium length. Right here. Okay. Give me that.
Alright. Ratchet.
Let's get this shit on.
There you go.
Call Honda. I mean a Toyota Tech.
Oh, what a feeling.
Yeah. All with the feeling. Toyota.
Yeah, that feeling when you're working under the tranny.
Actually, that was not racist. That used to be a commercial. Chinese guy jumping in the air. Or a white guy jumping in the air in a Chinese voice and a Japanese voice. Oh, what the feeling. Toyota.
Don't go jumping out on us in the comments section.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some asshole in the comments section. It's like,
you should have did this. You should have did that.
Well, we're just giving the
You
link.
should have did it with a rubber ball bat.
or you might get some guys be like, man, that was a great video. Awesome, whatever. As long as it helps somebody. Shit, I made this video for me because I really don't know what the hell I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I haven't done this before. Not on this kind of vehicle. I mean, I put shift kits in, so that's something. I put reverse manual valve bodies in 700 R4s with 475 horsepower in front of the 700 R4 to go to the track. So I could drive to the track with the AC on while the other guys had to tow their car trailers. All right. What are we doing?
Pipes.
Yeah, but we had this big stupid L pipe. I want to put that on and get it out of the way. And there's a bolt.
All right.
You got it over there.
Yep.
With a bolt, right?
Yep, and I got the bolt in with it right here. Here you go.
All right. Good. Perfect.
It is the first one you're supposed to uninstall, or the first one we uninstalled for that matter. But
Yes, not like the service manual said, because you can't get the stupid thing out.
it isn't getting in the way of any of the other pipes.
Alright, so let's make sure we get this pipe in there nicely first, before we tighten any bolt, because Lord knows we don't need a bent pipe. Alright, the pipe went in there pretty good. The piece of tubing went in there pretty good. By the way, how would you like it if your job was to bend all this shit with a tubing bender in the factory?
Well, they're in Japan, so they're not in diapers. So they probably actually like their job.
Am I just tightening random shit now? I guess I am. I would like no leaks, you know?
Hey, why not?
Alright. Next up is this little re pipe. Where's this go? Somebody in the videos somebody in the comment section like, oh, you lost me at Riri. Then when I said a C hair, I said, you lost me at C hair.
Oh, cunt hair?
Yeah.
Cunt hair, there.
Yeah, shine a light up here. Well, I mean, that was a common theme that we used. Did I pinch any wires? Nope.
No, you didn't.
No, I mean, I'm looking deep in here to see. Yeah, we're free. But we have this pipe that goes here, so we gotta get this pipe around these wires. Alright, this wire comes down like right in between this pipe, dude. I guess that's legal.
I think that's why they had you remove that one last.
Hey man, good observation. Just messing with you.
That retainer, I think, holds.
Ah, look, there's a clip here for this wire. That would help me hold the broken clip on, huh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
It sure would.
Dude, I bet that's for that. Wouldn't that make a whole shitload of sense? Alright.
Definitely.
Alright.
Especially we don't need it popping out on us, hitting a bump.
Yeah. Okay, so this goes like this. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Alright. This thing was all funny, stupid, sideways like this. This is the way that they had it, so the way I took it off, it doesn't make much sense to me. Seems like it would probably be better if it was the other way. If this was turned around the other way and didn't have this funny. But I guess this is how it goes. This look right to you?
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
it does. As per the diagram they give us.
Is that, I mean, the L-shaped part of it was facing up? I mean, that's kind of weird. Give me the impact.
Over there.
And my wires okay where it is?
Yeah.
Ooh, shit, that pushed it up pretty far, dude. You saw that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Maybe it's supposed to be held up. Remember, it's got to be held up as by tubing. It's got to transfer liquid, so it has to be tight, probably.
Nope, look, it went in further.
Oh, you're talking about two ends. I get it, okay.
Yeah. I get it.
Lightly.
Yeah, well, maybe I should hold it in like you said with my hand first. There. Now I feel comfortable with that. Hey, it left me a little slot for the wire. Now I know somebody took this granny apart. Because this clip wasn't under the wire or nothing. Remember when we took it off? This was not underneath here. And,
Yep.
and I know that's what this clip is for. It has to be. What else would it be for?
Nothing else. Says it's a pipe retainer. That's what they said.
No, there's another clip right here that we've not used. It was just sitting here.
Oh yeah, that clip?
Yeah, look.
That has to be a harness clip.
Look. Yeah. That shit wasn't hooked up like that.
Someone left it.
That's not going to come off though. Yeah, that wouldn't have, fluid wouldn't have, swishing around in here wouldn't have blew that off.
Nope.
Somebody's been in here. Some expert. Anyway. Okay, so this is supposed to what? Wrap around here and hook to here, some shit like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's supposed to get like jammed up underneath here, right? Like that?
Yeah, right by the clip.
What went here?
Filter, remember?
Filter. Oh, that's a filter bolt. Okay, so that doesn't go on until the filter goes on? Let's just leave that. Alright, pipes. Let's get the rest of the pipes on. Come on, dude. Alright. This pipe was facing this way. I left it that way. Where the hell does it go?
Shall we refer back to the previous videos?
No, not yet. Just kind of like leave it all screwy looking and let's see what happens. Fucking plea. Let's see. Dude, how would this actually fit and then go in like that? There's no way. It would have to be turned around like this and fit in there. Okay, so I went like this. I went like 1, 2, 3. And then check it out, here comes the funny horseshoe. With the long end of the horseshoe facing up in the deep shit. Deep shit, yeah, that's right. Okay, this way, which is weird. So it totally skips this one over. And a long end goes in like this. Where's a rubber hammer when you need it? Let me just, before I beat it in, let me make sure. Okay. And what were these, like screws?
Yeah.
So
Wait.
Yeah, these were to hold that retainer dealio on, right?
Yes.
The retainer to retain these in, right?
Yes,
the
it
shield
was.
retainer.
That stupid shroud shield thing, yes.
Okay, and so this one was like the last one? Does it go somewhere goofy? Where's the damn hole for it? Okay. Where in the hell would this possibly go?
Hold on a second.
Oh, shit. Look at me. Right here, dude.
Way over there.
Yep. When you lay them out, lay them out. That's right. It went right in here. So, sorry, dude. Right. Let me take this screwdriver.
One end and try to hit it in, huh?
And take the rubber, the plastic in it. Tap, tap, tap the roof. Alright, that went in all the way. That's in all the way. In. Beautiful. Now guys, don't forget, I used RTV gray. Well, not RTV gray, I'm sorry. JB Weld gray. Gasket sealer, not JB Weld itself. To seal. Aha, look at this. To seal a crack in a gasket. A paper thin gasket that was in the way, that was cracked from when I took this off. Hey, you think this right here, this dipstick, that's our dipstick.
That is.
You think this is actually the little asshole that's getting in the way when we put the dipstick in and we have a problem?
It could be, because you know
This
how
clip?
because you
gotta
if you
twist
tilt
it
it
a
the other
certain-
way. Yep. You do have to twist it a certain way to get it in correctly.
Well, that's funny, dude. Okay. Should we leave that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Factory.
Factory.
Or at least the way we got it.
Alright. Well, I'd like this clip to be tighter, so let's see if we can put it in like sideways. Maybe it'll get tighter. Yeah, look, and then our dipstick kind of barely touches on there.
Okay, good.
And it's a lot tighter that way. Alright. Now, this shit. Wait, the shield, right?
Yeah, the shroud.
And the, okay. And the pan. Not the pan, whatchamacallit. Give me the shroud. Shroud with the bolts, just like... No.
Wait, hold on one thing. The manual valve body, that detenter thing.
Oh, yeah, right.
Here you go. Here's that detenter.
What do we need the detenter for? Shit, we don't need this.
Shit, right?
Okay, didn't I say it was like in the big slot?
Yes, you did.
Or I didn't actually move it, so it should go back where it naturally belongs. Yeah, it was in a big slot. Park.
Yes, passenger side had the big bolt.
That would stand for big slot park. You think? That big long throw you have between all of the gears in park? Right here?
Yeah.
Click, click
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
Click park.
Long park before reverse and all that shit. Yeah. Is that shroud?
Shroud. The shroud had that little mark that went this way. Alright, shroud, bolts. And these bolts have to be equally tight, I'm assuming, because these are all holding some kind of valve body, some kind of gasket body. Body has a gasket on it in place, so we're going to torque this down the same as we did all the other ones. No bench wire? Alright, good. Man, Toyota's going to send me a message. Hey man, would you come work for us? I'm just kidding. Look, I took GM's course in '95, man. 2-year course. Alright. Next.
Filter.
Oh yeah, filter. We're all the way down to a filter?
Yeah.
Shit, man, that's pretty good, right?
Pretty fast.
Been at this for a little short while, huh?
Only been at it for about 2 hours.
Really?
Yep.
So this was a 2-hour job with 2 people?
Yep.
Who's never done it before?
We've never done it before. No.
Right.
So yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours, 2 people, never done it before. Awesome. Say that when it actually works, right? What if it doesn't work?
Oh my crap.
What if the car
This
doesn't-
video ain't going on YouTube then.
What if I agree, dude. I agree 100%. I agree. So if you're seeing this video on YouTube,
It worked.
it worked. I wonder how many other people's done that shit.
Yeah, they cut this part from their video.
Right. Cut what I just said?
Yeah, what we just said. Be like,
Yeah.
fucked up on the video. Oops.
What's that guy and his son that does his videos?
Danner or something.
Scanner?
Scanner Danner. That's it.
Scanner, Danner.
Sure, I got a hay fever.
Yeah. He loves his son, boy. I mean, the dude kind of knows his stuff when he's talking about back probe and shit and all, but he did some outtakes or something. That shit was funny. You can tell that it's from, like, you know, kind of like a California region type place.
Oregon.
Maybe Oregon or something, yeah. Some, liberal state. We're here in Mississippi, just to let you know. We're in Mississippi, but we're not from Mississippi. But I wouldn't mind being from Mississippi. Sure wouldn't. Mississippi's not a bad place. Not at all. It's a good place to raise your kids with all the shit going on today. just say the short side of this one underneath there?
Yeah, unless you want to do what we did with the other clip.
Alright, put it sideways?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that. Now what am I supposed to do with this access wire? Let it hang in the pan?
Or shove it up in there.
Shove it up in there. Nah, I don't think we'll do that. Will this clear the pan right here?
Yes.
This plug
I think
side?
we actually had that question when we pulled it off.
Oh, yeah,
We were looking at it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I would stick this in this side maybe. Wait, look, there's a little doodad right here. You think maybe I could use that? No. Okay. I will just let this sit up here in the pan. We'll let it vibrate, eventually cut into the wire, and short the goddamn solenoid out again. It'll all work out great.
Short out the computer.
Will it?
Yeah, computer controls those solenoids.
Yep, that's right. We read that. PCM.
Yes,
Okay.
it completely controls it.
Alright.
Parts check. We've got everything else but the pin and the gasket.
Alright, well let's clean our stuff up and get cleaned up. We'll put the pan on. I doubt anybody wants to see 17 retarded bolts going in. Excuse me, I said that word again. I said the bolt was retarded, not any person. Okay.
To be particular.
And also retarded means another word, doesn't it? I mean,
slow.
there is... Does it mean slow?
It means slow.
Well, I do have to put these bolts right here in slow.
So yeah, but yeah,
So
it's correctly, yeah.
Is that politically correct?
Not politically correct, like correct by definition.
Okay, well that's great then. Alright, so I didn't mean any person.
Let's go throw that in the non-EPA safe burn barrel.
Shut up. Alright. Pan's back on. 17 bolts. Torque them down to whatever Ryobi machine does on torque number setting 2. Probably, I don't know, 35, 40, 50, something like that. They didn't strip out, so we're good. With the exception of maybe one. Felt like it was about to. So, pan's on. What I'm gonna do is wipe this shit up and set the car back down and put some tranny fluid in it, start it up and see if it actually works. Alright, so we put our tranny fluid, we drained back in. We strained it a little bit through a paint strainer. So a little racing Camry. Just kidding. It's a high mileage Camry. Hoping to get about 100,000, maybe 50,000 more miles out of it if we're lucky. And it's got a good V6. I think that's the first year of a 3.0 V6.
Yeah, it is.
94.
Yep.
I think it was actually almost probably like a special order from Japan. This one was from Japan. It was.
Passenger car from Japan.
It wasn't built in Kentucky. It was assembled in Kentucky. It was assembled in Japan. So a lot of weird stuff in '94 to order for it. This is the transmission fluid we drained. We strained it into this dried, empty bottle. The purple power came in. You can see how dark our fluid was from before. So we used that and we poured it back in there. And then, unfortunately, we lost so much fluid on the ground. I added about 2 quarts of this high mileage Castrol. So we don't know. You know, I'm adding new fluid to an old transmission. You know, a working transmission for a little while is better than no transmission if it decides to start slipping from that new oil. I hope not, but we're going to start it up and give it a test. See if we got any winding or anything. The key's in the ignition, so we don't know. We have no idea yet. We'll find out.
We're off the jack stands.
You'll be the first to know.
I mean, we're on the jack stands, sorry. We're off the ground on the jack stands. Go ahead.
Don't hear any funny noises. It's in park.
Me neither.
It's in park. You ready to try it here?
Go ahead.
Reverse.
Reverse?
Reverse with brakes on.
Yeah. Okay, that's why the wheels ain't spinning. There we go. Naturally, the passenger wheels going to spin faster than the driver's side.
Well, that always happens.
So far, it's working.
Drive.
Go.
Okay.
There we go.
Getting 20-mile-an-hour speedo rating. Brakes. Second. Tires spinning.
Yeah.
I don't hear any transmission whining.
Me neither.
Normally a leaking valve body sounds like a whining transmission. That's first. Actually know if it's shifting though, do we?
Nah, not technically, unless you hit the gas pedal a little bit and it goes 20 and then starts going rapidly up to like 60.
It's in drive right now, so let's find out. Come over here.
Check by the speedo.
Let's turn the lights on. Parking brake is on. Let's see. It's in drive. Neutral. Feel the tranny engaging.
Yeah, you can feel it shifting.
Let's drive. Ready?
Go.
Jumped up kind of quick.
15, 18, 19, 20. You're in first gear.
Yeah, you think it shifted on it? I didn't feel a shift.
No, it didn't shift yet. Try hitting the gas just a little bit.
Well, check out low though. Watch this. I know the low indicator's not lit up, but that's because the instrument cluster bulb is out for low, but I got low down here. Look, film.
Yep.
See, that's first.
Hey.
And it should auto shift to second by default.
On L?
Yeah.
Never done that with us before, I think.
Yes, it did. That's by default, so you don't blow it up. Second. Looks like it's staying in second. I don't think it's dropping down to low, dude. Did it just take... Did it downshift? Son of a bitch.
That fucking problem right there.
Are you fucking kidding? Are you telling me we changed this solenoid for nothing?
On. Engine off and back on.
You think it's computer?
I think it's our previous problem.
What's our previous problem?
That the ECU is getting robbed of voltage because of a faulty alternator. So
I don't think so, dude.
okay, so check engine's still on for the code, but the
Yeah.
OD light went out.
So the overdrive light's out, but it'll come back on as soon as it presents a problem.
Mid brake go. Straight to second.
Straight to second and third. It shifted. I just felt a shift. That might be an overdrive shift though. Let's turn the OD off. Yeah, that was an OD shift. Now that's fourth gear.
Third.
Oh, third gear with the shift off. Is this a 4-speed auto?
Yeah, fourth speed is overdrive though. Fourth is over.
Yeah, because it's got a D with a square around it. tire still needs to be balanced. I can feel it. We wouldn't tell if our OD off light was flashing because we got it. Is it really not shifting? There's the OD light. Well, we can successfully take a transmission apart, put it back together, or at least a valve body, put it back together, and have it change the solenoids, and that's how you do it. Now, that proves that doesn't always fix the damn problem.
If this is even going on YouTube in the fucking first place, right?
It's going on YouTube. You know what? Because I don't believe in not recording failures.
This would be our first failed attempt at a fix. Surprisingly. That was shifted. Yeah, it just shifted.
Yeah, but it could have just shifted into overdrive, that's all.
I think it did.
Yep, I just turned overdrive off. Turn it back on.
Only one true way to test. You take it off the damn jack stands.
Well, let's see if we can get this problem not to occur. I mean, how would we do that?
Get it off the jack stand and do what we normally did to fix the problem before.
What would that be?
When we thought it was the alternator. Sometimes when we would start it up, especially from a cold start, it would have the same problem. Sometimes we would start it up. Oh, turn on the instrument panel. Sometimes we would turn on the.
What if we don't have enough fluid in it?
I don't know. You know, that's a good question. You want to put some more? We can check the fluid level real quick.
It's possible we don't have enough fluid in it.
Now, problem before was.
How in the hell does a speedometer work in reverse? Going 20 miles an hour in reverse. What's the purpose of that? In case you want to race down the highway in reverse?
Problem before is that it wouldn't shift into first no matter what. But then you turn the ignition off and start it up again, and sometimes it would fix itself.
Let's see.
Sometimes it's an electrical malfunction.
Well, then that would be, first thing you think that would be is a solenoid, because that's the damn code it's throwing.
Yeah.
So what am I doing? Ordering a computer for this junk? An ECM?
Alternated before everything else.
Dude, the alternator's charging, but it's not charging what it should charge, but it's still getting over 12 volts to the PCM right now. Guarantee you.
Yeah, because no accessories are on, yeah.
So that's not the problem. And I can hear the alternator making a
charging sound.
I can hear it. I can hear the magnetic field around it. This is an asshole. Oh, what a feeling. Makes you want to pull out your rifle and shoot the engine block.
They can't rebuild it after that.
Well, according to Toyota, these engines can't be rebuilt either. Anyway.
They're aluminum. Box aluminum.
No, what I heard is there's nothing left on the table for him. You asshole. Let's drop the car, check the fluid level. First check and see if there's any leaks under it. Cut the video.
Yeah. So what the fuck? It's working.
What?
We just tested it. It's working.
Yeah,
You want to show the people watching here?
Huh?
You want to show the people watching here? I don't get it.
You don't get it?
That stupid freaking computer probably.
I don't know if it's a computer problem. It might have been a stuck solenoid sticking when it wants to and not sticking.
Yeah, well this is a brand new solenoid, so that's sticking too?
No. Wait a minute now. Listen to this. We got the car level now.
Yeah?
The fluid is now sitting level in the pan. We need to check the fluid level, number one. Come here.
Makes sense.
No, pay attention. Here's the other deal. Okay? We don't have an OD check, whatever. We have a stored code here with the check engine. We can clear that by pulling the ECU fuse. Okay? But here's the deal. We're going in reverse, going in a drive, and we're getting a good first gear pull.
Yeah.
That's a
Strong first gear pull.
yeah, real strong, stronger than before. Like we have more pressure, more pump pressure. Watch out.
Watch the door.
I got it. Drive. Jesus.
Yeah?
Alright, that's first gear. That's not third gear.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have an OD light flashing. That's just from lowering the car up the jack. Now here's the deal, what I think. Personally, this is what I think. We drove this car in here stuck in third gear.
Yeah.
Rather, it was stuck in third gear. Alright, so here's the funny part. This is about 15 minutes the car's been idling. I've been letting everything get hot. And pull the dipstick tube, and I got no fluid on the dipstick tube. Apparently I didn't put enough fluid in it. But as soon as I dropped the car off the jack stands, level on the concrete, it shifted into drive and went straight down to first gear like it was supposed to. I haven't had a chance to check the upshift yet because we got to get on the highway to do that. We'll do that in a minute. But we have no oil showing on the dipstick tube. We got the engine good and hot, so we're going to fill it up to the hot level. First, we're going to check it to confirm that we do not have enough fluid in it. So my theory is that the solenoids are working properly, or would it never downshifted into first gear on its own. Not in drive. I would have had to manually shift it. Okay, so we have no. We have
solid line ain't there.
we have no fluid showing on the dipstick, so we're low. But anyway, it just goes to show you that not having enough fluid in a full hydraulic system transmission that's controlled by the PCM or the ECM can cause those solenoids not to shift properly. Now I know we had enough fluid in here before, that wasn't the problem.
When we pulled that valve body out, a lot of fluid came out. A lot.
Now I gotta say this, we did not fool with anything electrical. No electrical wiring harness, no nothing. And with the car vibrating on the jack stands, it should have made a wire or something come loose or reconnect itself, or whatever you want to call it, make continuity to straighten out the problem if it was definitely an electrical problem. We're not going to rule out an electrical problem yet if the problem occurs again, definitely. But I'd have to say that the sucker didn't get enough fluid to shift until we put the car level, like I said. Well, I hardly doubt we have that much oil in it. We got to let it settle down a little bit. We got that much oil in it. We got a serious problem.
It'd be freaking flowing out of the dipstick too.
Alright, also for you guys that are wondering, where do I put my differential oil? It's written right here on the dipstick tube, if you can see.
To focus it in.
It says, notice, check differential. It's kind of ripped off. Can you read that? Oil level.
It says check differential fill level at
rear. Does it say rear?
It says fill plug.
Fill plug. See repair manual. Anyway, like other videos, there's a fill plug on the back of this particular differential that you have to fill it up and make sure that it has the appropriate oil in it. Look, looks like we got a leaking valve cover gasket. We'll have to get that later.
Yeah.
Do a video on that.
That's easy.
Alright. Let's see.
Nothing's ever easy though. I'm not gonna say that. Not anymore.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got. Alright, we're starting to show up.
Right there.
We got a solid line there.
Yeah. Turn it over.
Okay, we're at minimum.
Pretty much cool level.
Minimum on cool. I want to wait a little bit longer though. You can kill that video for now.
Yeah.
So on the first line, it kind of bled up a little bit.
Yeah.
I had it tilted like that. So it's on the first dot. This,
need more.
I don't think this side means shit. It has to be on both sides.
It does.
So it's on the first dot. It really needs to be up here. The engine is hot. The transmission is hot. It's at operating temperature.
Okay, so we need more training fluid.
Damn it, dude. I hate to keep using this transmission fluid. Here. I tell you what, if this transmission fluid doesn't make this transmission slip, I'm just going to take it and have a full transmission flush done. I mean, the filter's good. Where the hell is the funnel? Alright, here's the old shift solenoids. The Toyota brand Denso. Okay, we got both shift solenoids. What we're going to do with these jokers are cut the plug off of them. I'll save that plug here if I need it. Pull the jacket off, expose them, separate them. I don't know which one's A or B. Don't have a clue, but we're about to, what do you call this? A bench test them?
Bench test? I'd say test
this,
period.
How about under the hood test, right?
Positive there.
Nice. Nice if it's doing what it's supposed to do. I think that's supposed to open and it's supposed to let hydraulic fluid out of there. So that would make sense if we didn't have enough fluid in the car when we first started. How's this fucking thing going to work in the first place, right?
Right, so there's no fluid to get up.
Right, so it's full hydraulic.
Looks like yellow.
It's not like a rod shoots out of it and it tells it what to do, you know?
Yeah,
so
opens and closes.
So here's the white wire one. I don't know if the white wire one's A or the red wire one's A. Which is where it said it had a problem. But let me guess, this one's going to work too. Sure does. But who knows if it's weak from the PCM.
That's right.
And who knows if the inside's clogged up or if it's opening up all the way.
All we know is that it's getting continuity. That's it.
Right, we don't know how much amperage it's drawing, if it's drawing too much amperage. We don't know none of that shit. All I know is we got new solenoids on it. Whether they're Chinese or not, I don't know. But they should last 100,000 miles or so, 50,000 miles, 20,000 miles. Well, who cares, as long as it works. What are we doing?
You want to test drive it?
First, let's kill it, clear the check engine light.
Alright.
Pull it.
Alright.
Alright, cut film until we, well, show people how to clear the check engine light without turning off their radio and
pull
shit.
it up. There you go.
Now, everybody's car is different. But you find the, what is it, the ECM?
The
EFI
fuse.
Find your EFI, which is what?
Which is R15 right there.
Yeah, you can tell we've done this before. Hold it out for about 15 seconds, yada yada yada, so that's probably good enough. Let the computer drain itself of power. Now we just reset the check engine.
Without resetting radio.
Without resetting any other feature. Do that with the car off, by the way. Alright. Close the hood.
Alright, let's check it.
Alright, we're fixing to roll out. Let's go to drive. Just taking off first. Oh yeah, that's first. Come on, shift. Ooh, went up to 6 and shifted. I gotta lay off. I'm doing 45 and a 45. Gotta watch out for the man. Rolling at 40. Should downshift a little bit. Downshifted. Shift solenoids are working. Transmission's working. I'll be damned. Who knew you could use whatchamacallit on that? Once you stop film before our camera dies, and we'll hit it on the interstate. We're fixing to hit the interstate for you Yankees. It's called the freeway. Looks like it's shifting. Looks like it's shifting. Looks like it'll whip the V6 Mustang's ass. Ooh, it shifted out nicely at 80, almost 85.
That's when it went into overdrive. Nice. It's overdrive at 80.
Watch out for the man down here in the south. Ooh, nice downshift. Well, it looks like we just repaired a transmission. Kind of gave us a false reading for a second there. Scared the shit out of us. Made us think it wasn't going to downshift, you know. Sitting on the jack stands with not enough fluid going to the full hydraulic system. And remember, the hydraulic system's controlled by the EFI, or the computer, the PCM, whatever you want to call it. And if you want to get one of those, you got to match up your numbers. Not all your numbers. Just your top numbers, your main numbers.
Your Toyota part numbers.
Yeah, your Toyota part numbers, if you want another one. And get within the same year range. But those part numbers will do that for you. And it's pretty much plug and play. And don't let some asshole at the dealership tell you, oh, you need to program the VIN number to the PCM or to the ECU, to the computer. You do not have to program your VIN number to the ECU or PCM.
As long as your part numbers match up, it should be a plug and play.
It is a plug and play. Okay, we went through form after form after form after form after form and studied and studied and studied for all the people out there. If you've gotten through the video this far, I'm giving you that as a free tidbit of information that you might need one day for any Lexus, Toyota, shit, that matters for other vehicles, Highlanders,
anything that's in early 90s to late 90s.
Any vehicle, technically.
Yeah.
It'll work on my Ford. Work on my Ford trucks. My fleet vehicles, it'll work on all that. So what are we doing, 60-something miles an hour? But we're in ride. We're getting off at this exit right here. Cut film until we jump back on the interstate and make a loop. Truck, get out of my way, because I gotta get on it. Ooh, nice downshift.
Yeah, instant power.
Ooh, nice. Nice get up, boy.
Yeah.
You watching that speedo?
Oh yeah.
Son of a bitch, if I don't let off the gas pedal, we'll be doing 140.
I think we're passing everybody up.
Oh well, fuck it, let's go.
100.
Man, fuck, I hope the cops ain't around.
105.
Shit, I better slow the
Shit,
fuck
that's
down.
pretty fucking fast.
Alright.
Yeah.
I say the
105.
transmission's doing its job. If anybody put a V6 Toyota to the test, I just did it. Forget what state I did it in.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta find out what county I'm in first.
As far as you're concerned, this video was taken 2 years earlier.
That's right, statute of limitations.
All you bozos out
You know
there.
what? If I told you idiots I had a permit to do this,
Probably believe it.
you wouldn't know the wiser. With all the fucking laws they got today on the books. Ooh, nice downshift.
Awesome. Performance.
Son of a bitch. Alright, do not film shit. Alright, wait station's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm
85, 90. Okay, slow down.
For your safety and mine.
Damn, that was a nice shift, dude. I hope this car stays running like this.
That'd be awesome if it does. It should.
Taking that transmission apart was the best thing that ever happened. Because
So far, yes.
no, actually, the car has more pull, as if maybe at some point somewhere in the valve body, it was leaking. It was having a leak down. In other words, the transmission wasn't
fully engaging.
Yeah, it wasn't fully pressurized. It wasn't performing like it was supposed to.
Either that or it's the new freaking tranny fluid we put in it.
No, it has nothing to do with that. That shit would make it slip. If anything, it has something to do with. It has something to do with pulling maybe some of those pieces of trash that were in there out, like that piece of gasket that was left over. That's probably like one of those pieces of gasket that overlaps as a universal gasket, and it's got that extra flap on it. It broke off and it's stuck in there or whatever. Damn, I don't care if the check engine light comes on again. That's a hell of an improvement.
Yes, that is.
Because we were lacking all kind of transmission pull. We had pull, but not like that.
No way.
Did you feel that?
I did. Every time you hit the pedal.
Where do I go, left or right?
Right. Instant downshift. Yep, just like that. Except going fast.
Now the computer has to relearn after what, 2 hours?
About 40 minutes.
40 minutes the computer relearns?
40 minutes of running or even idling. It relearns itself.
Why does the dealership tell poor people it takes 3 hours to reprogram it? When really all they're doing is letting their car idle out in the bed.
Actually, that's what someone was joking about in the forum. They were like, 3 hours to sit in the car while the ECU relearns itself.
Yeah, and they bill you for it.
Oh, it's easy.
Isn't that shitty?
It's easy bunch of money.
Man, we're in the wrong business, huh?
Yeah.
Making YouTube videos for people that are not even going to watch them?
Probably.
I don't give a shit. You know what? I might have to watch this video again and remind myself how to fix something if I ever buy another Toyota. I might buy a Toyota 4Runner or something like that, you know, or a Highlander. Or I wouldn't buy a Highlander. I'd probably buy a 4Runner or
the best part about
a Tacoma or something.
Yeah, the best part about putting these videos on YouTube, damn, good hard shift and pull too. Shit.
You can watch the Speedo climb.
Yeah.
I mean, this car is a 1994. Give me a break. With 242,000 miles on it, okay? Shit, you not.
It's freaking acting like it'll whip a freaking Mustang's ass.
It actually probably runs high 15s and a quarter mile. If I put my G-Tech on it right now, plug in the cigarette, stick it on the windshield, I bet it runs 15, from times I've raced, probably 1550s. Which will put it on a Mustang V6 and some 302s in a Mustang, older 302s. Now the 400 horsepower new Mustangs with the new 302s, no, they got all their power maxed out. I mean, this is roughly a 200 horsepower car, and this car and a Mustang probably weigh almost the same. So, yeah. But this is, you know, this rod's a lot better, probably.
Well, it's luxury.
So where's the check engine light?
I don't see any.
You see a check engine light?
I don't see one. I don't think the camera sees any.
I would have seen one by now.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's it. Check your fluid levels. Make sure you got the proper fluid. If you got shift solenoid A popping up, check the shift solenoid. Last, please, because you saw the shit that we just went through.
To say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. And check the connection, the electrical connection between its shift solenoid. And also, if any other codes pop up besides that P10 whatever, I'll put it in the description for the shift solenoid A. If that code pops up, make sure it's not accompanied by other codes like bad ECM, bad computer, bad PCM. Because if that code pops up, well, you pretty much need to, you know, fool with the PCM. It's like 80, 90, 100 bucks on eBay. So, change that first, because this was a pain in the ass, but not too bad. It's quite intimidating.
I guess if we had to pull it apart again, it'd be a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, but who the hell wants to pull Toyota Camry or Lexus 300's transmissions apart all damn day? Especially on a 200,000+ mile car.
Yeah.
Nobody. So, you live and you learn. And that is the conclusion to this video. We have a success. Oh, shit, the check. No, I'm just kidding.
Freaking seatbelt light.
That concludes our video. Hope you watched it all the way through, and I don't care if you thumb it up because I'm not making money off this shit, and I'm not showing off a new tool or device and, you know, smearing your nose in it. I'm a poor person with a little bit of money, and I just like to make videos. So, all you haters out there can kiss my ass. All right, this is Gojo. This is a cheat to clean up your driveway. This is super max, super expensive, and we're gonna do a quick video on how to clean up your transmission next, real quick. This is just an outtake, by the way. This is for Lieutenant Dan, or what's his name, Danner Scanner.
Scanner Danner?
Yeah, this is his outtake. This is my version of his outtake. Stick the Gojo between your legs and then take your freaking shop broom.
Or broom.
Or steal your old lady's house broom and scrub the driveway and then hose off. Alright, that concludes the video. Thanks for watching.